Hello, Tom Nielsen here, and I'm here to talk about this board behind me. It's the Pintastic model. It's also been known as the Mark model and the Frank model. Frank always wanted it to be called the Frank model. And this is a more modern version of that from about 20 years ago that's been updated and improved, and everything I've figured out from shaping for the last almost 50 years kind of goes into this one board with some minor little tweaks and adjustments that make it even better. Which is hard to imagine, but yeah, it can get better. Making some of the best boards I've ever made in my whole life. I can pretty confidently say that. Love the foiling and the flow and all the connecting dots that are so crucial and important, that are subtle, that most people don't even know about and don't expect them to know about, because it's a fine art of shaping surfboards and then riding them and testing them. So here we go, Pintastic model. So it has a pintail. So it's a rounded pin, a little more pinny than a super rounded tail, but it's definitely a rounded pin. Has a spiral V, so what that means is old school terminology for it has a V in the tail, but it has a slight double concave. And I think this happened in the 70s because they over-refined sanded the boards and they ended up with a double concave and a high stringer in a V. But it makes the boards faster, but you also still have the V, which helps you go rail to rail. The board also features a constant V, so that's probably one of the things that Mark requested. Mark Grabowski, one of the better surfers in Cocoa Beach, was that it have a constant V through the whole board, which also lets it go rail to rail. So it has a slight V through the whole board, a panel V, by the way, and then it goes into a pretty pronounced concave nose. This really is a very beautiful concave, almost all the way to the tip, but it really flows through here, so if you actually do go to the nose, it's going to plane and be fast. It's not going to stall too heavily, and it's going to lift the board up and let you stay on the nose. One of the neat things about this particular board is that the rails on this board are very fine. The foiling, I can't show it sideways in a narrow shaping room, but it really foils down in the tail into more of a bladed tail. And the rails are thin enough for a good surfer to be able to sink and really drive and turn this board and have it stick and hold. The tail is a little bit wider than a Buzz model, which is on purpose, so it keeps it planing through slow sections. Buzz model has a more pulled-in tail, and that's to hold in better waves, and so that's important. But this board also has rockers, so the rocker, the foiling of the rail, the V, all of that allows you to really play with the board and be really loose, and if you're a better surfer, really have a good time on a better wave, but even on slower waves. Once again, the rail is not super thick, and so it's a more foiled down rail. Better surfers love this. They can bury the rail and turn it. It's not so thin and chippy that it'll completely go underwater accidentally, but it's thin enough that you can really drive and ride the board. The nose foils down really beautifully and thin, and has a certain type of edge that fits into the face of the wave, so it won't slide down the face of the wave. A lot of commercially produced California boards that are popular on the East Coast have big, thick, boxy rails in the nose, and they really slide down the face when it gets a little steeper. And of course, when it's steeper is when you want to be on the nose. You want to be on the nose when it's really soft and mushy because you're afraid of steep sections. Then a big, thick, fat nose might be the call for you, but not this board. This is for a better surfer that wants to be in those crucial sections on the wave and really getting good nose rides. So it's a very loose, playful board. It has lots of planing area. It has an 18.5-inch nose, so it's a little fuller nose, 23 width. This is what I call the thin version of the Pintastic, so it's only 2 3/4. If you're over 200 pounds, you may want to order it thicker than that. This is the thin version of it. So usually all my models, Dream Signal, etc., have a thick version or normal version and a thin version. Thin version usually 2 3/4, thicker 2 7/8, 3 inches in other words. That's the quick rundown. This does come as a single fin or 2+1. The Mark model came as a 2+1. So you can do side bites and a smaller center fin or bigger center fin if you want lots and lots of drive, especially if you're a bigger guy. Some bigger guys like thin boards, by the way. They don't like a fuller, thicker board. But foam can be your friend if you're over 200 pounds. You want that float and paddle power to catch waves. That might be why you're riding a longboard in the first place, is to catch waves and have fun on marginal days. This board can ride all conditions, any big, small, in between, with the exception that it doesn't have a really thin tail for like really steep barrels and steep bottoms that are a little more user-friendly on a narrower tail on the hip. So a really good all-around board if you're looking for that, the Pintastic. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.